Already using my mic. Ugh, just warm water. Cause child, I'm doing these videos back to back because I have the energy right now to do that. And so it's the first week of January, and I just want to get all my January videos out of the way because I already jotted them down in December, and I thought I'd film them in December, but I didn't really feel like it. So I'm gonna try to do all of them now, edit them, and just schedule them for the rest of the month, so that I can spend the rest of the month trying to figure out what I'm gonna do this year. Just trying to figure my life out, strategize what direction this YouTube channel is gonna take this year. What do I want to change? What do I want to things like that. Okay, so one little sip and we'll get started with this video. Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zee Tembiso, also known as Sunshine Zee, and I welcome you, especially if it's your first time here. And if you are one of my subbies, shout out to you, appreciate you, love you so much. And yeah, I do hope that all is well with you. So let's get into today's video. Okay, so today I finally decided to speak to you guys about books. If you notice in my intro video, there's books somewhere there, but I've kind of not spoken about books. Well, not at all, but yeah, I had a different idea about books, and I thought I would be doing book reviews at some point. I probably might, we don't know, but I thought, let me just actually share with you my love, or maybe is it an obsession with books, right? So I love both reading and writing, so I've got a lot of material to read, and it's embarrassing because I haven't read it. And I've also got a lot of material to write in, and I also don't mind typing in. So like my thing is just, I don't know, reading, writing is what I like to do. I wish I read more. So one of the reasons I didn't get a TV, if you're a subscriber or if you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that I don't have a TV. And the reason behind that, one of the reasons behind that, was that I thought I would spend all my time reading, right? So I fell in love with books from a very early age. I literally can remember the day my mom took me to the library and I discovered this world of books. I think I was maybe still in grade 7. I wasn't in high school yet. And I just got so into it. And one of the things I swear by when it comes to reading is that it does help you improve your vocabulary, your spelling, So, and that's why I'm a bit finicky when people, don't spell things correctly, because I can tell that they don't read. And I shouldn't even be judgmental because I don't read as much as I want to, or as much as I actually even should, especially seeing as that I don't have a TV. But the problem is Netflix, guys, and social media. And yeah, I told you guys I do get easily distracted with these things, but hopefully we'll do better. And that's why I'm doing this video. Actually, I want you to hold me accountable. So these books that I'm going to show you, especially the ones that I haven't read, I want you to hold me accountable about those. I need to do reviews on those. So yes, let's get into my book collection. Okay, so we're going to start with what I write in. As I said, I like writing and I highly recommend writing. Just, it's one of those things. I remember how when I got that planner, I told you about how I like these little binded journals from Typo. So this one, so typically I would first start with this one in the morning because this is my gratitude journal. I did pretty good last year, but hopefully this year I do it every single day, right? So I personally just choose 3 things and I try not to repeat them, not to say the same thing every day. 3 things that I'm grateful for. So that's what the gratitude journal is for. And this is just like my journal where I write my thoughts and just like normal things. Somebody asked me, do you write dear diary? No, I don't know. I write as though I'm telling somebody the story, but I know I'm telling me. I don't know, like try it and see what works for you, because I don't think there's a way that I can prescribe that you write, but I do really highly recommend that you write, especially your thoughts, and it's a good way of processing your emotions. And I think I spoke about how writing will speak back to you. You'll be able to see when you went through certain seasons, what your thoughts were, how you felt about it, so I think it's the most therapeutic thing. So this is my journal. I've had this for quite a while and it's almost full. Okay, actually I really maybe need to consider getting I don't need to get another one because I'll show you just now what I discovered. So yeah, that's what I use this one for. And this one, let me just quickly check. Oh, so this one is my dream one. Sorry, it's because it looks like the other one. So this one is the dream journal that I keep by my side, by the bedside, so that I can record my dreams, because I realized that if you don't do that, you forget the dream later. But I don't want to go into the whole dream conversation. I haven't been doing it as consistently. It's because sometimes I don't have any dreams, or perhaps I don't remember. I can't record them. But yeah, that's what this one is for. And then this one is for this is sort of like I plan stuff in here. I do have another one actually that I write out the strategies for those plans that I wrote in here. So even my start a YouTube channel is in here, but I have a different book which I don't think I have it here, where I write out the strategy. So I read, like, guys, can you see? I believe in writing. So yeah, I write all my dreams in here, like my goals and stuff. And so I discovered that I've got 2 books that I haven't used. I think it's one of those get 3 for 100 rands. Like when I'm at Typo, somebody needs to take my card away from me because I just can't resist buying. So I'm probably going to use this one as this year's sort of journal of my thoughts and stuff. I don't know what I'll use this one for, but I'm sure I'll find something. So 2 not used at all. And I've got my Bible study book. I hope you can see that. Isn't that so cute? I didn't do this, by the way, but yeah, so this is where I just like jot down notes when I'm reading the Bible, just like try and make sense of what it is that I'm reading. Still have quite a long way to go with this. I need to be consistent. Yeah, let's hope this year's better. And this is one of my absolute favorite books. Also got this one from Typo. Guys, like, just assume that all of them are from Typo. So it says not on the priority list. I hope you can see it. And I really love this one as well. And this one I use to jot down notes when I'm watching a sermon, or like when I'm doing my devotionals, if I want to write some notes and things like that. So it's really just one of my favorite ones. I think it's the colors, everything about it. So it's yet another book that I keep close by. So literally half my couch has books all over it, because some of them I leave them open right there and there. And it just shows you those are the joys of living alone. And okay, then I have this. You've probably seen this a few times. This is where I write my notes on each episode. So the episode, then the ideas are right in the one book where I have my goals, but as I said, then I write the strategies and other stuff in a different book. So the notes for each episode go into this book. I hope I'm making sense, because I feel like I'm saying a lot of things all at the same time. But I love exam pads as well for meetings, any kind of meeting, or if I had to jot down something. Oh, also I use my exam pad for my to-do list, my daily to-do list. You'll find it in my exam pad. If I have a meeting, I don't know, I can't help it, any kind of meeting, I'm gonna jot down notes, and that's what I use for that. So that's almost everything in terms of what I write in. So I really love writing. I have got my notepad in my phone as well, which is filled with stuff. I've got voice memos that I use to record ideas as well and stuff. So yeah, I really just like recording things and just using books. As I said, I feel like I'm partly obsessed with books. But let's get into the next section of this. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you the books I read last year, 2021. And it's a bit embarrassing because I have a lot of books. So I have so many books that I've actually banned myself from buying more books. So should you see me buying another book, please just call the police or something, send help, because I've banned myself from doing it. But every time I see books, I can't help but want to buy them. And so I've realized that maybe at this point my obsession is with having them rather than using them. Okay, I do try to use the ones that I showed you just now, the ones I write in. But as you saw, I discovered two books that I had just not used yet. So anyways, try not to be judgmental. But I'm gonna start with this one, and I mentioned this book. I hope you can see it. It's Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and I mentioned it in the previous video. And oh my goodness, I think I should read it again. It was really just amazing. I absolutely enjoyed this book. If you consider yourself to be a creative, I highly recommend. You should probably read this book if you want to, but especially if you consider yourself to be a creative, I'd really highly recommend this particular one. So another one is by Joyce Meyer. I got this as a gift. It says The Confident Woman. I don't think you can actually see it. There you go. So yeah, I really loved this. I love Joyce Meyer. I don't know, you can't fault her, can you? So I'm not going to go into reviews, so that's why I'm just going to quickly try to go through these. I got this also as a gift. I really enjoyed it. What a nice story. Well, I don't think you can say nice story, but nice narration of the story. She told her story quite well, I believe. So yeah, I would recommend. And I don't know whether to start. Let me start with this one. Guys, you need to get this book. Like, so most of what is in my writing stuff, especially since reading this book, is start with why. So literally everything that I write, especially in terms of goals and things, I first write why. I don't do anything without asking myself why. So this book is really amazing. I wish I was doing a whole review of the book, but I'll try not to. Let me not. But highly recommend. Simon Sinek, highly recommend. I think it's probably book of the year. And then I finally read this book last year. So funny enough, a friend of mine was trying to sell me on the whole idea of audiobooks, and they said to me the first audiobook you need to read is The Alchemist. Well, you need to listen to is The Alchemist. And I was like, no, I already read that book. And they're like, wasn't it amazing? And I was like, so it's not a book review, but I don't know, maybe they oversold it. I don't know. I think I missed something with this book, but if you want to read it. And then I've got this. So this book I've already read twice already, and I highly recommend it. This is by Francis Rivers. This is called Redeeming Love, and it's a novel. It is amazing. It's amazing. It really is. So this was recommended many years ago to me by a friend, and then somehow, I don't know if it was the same friend or a different friend, borrowed it to me, and I read it, and oh my goodness, oh, this book will frustrate you, but it's just such a beautiful story. And then years later I came across it and I bought it for myself, hoping to read it, and I think I did read it. I did read it again. Yes, I did read it again, because it was the second time I read it. And then I borrowed it to somebody who, I think they might be watching this video, because they told me they watch all my videos. You never brought back my book, but you can keep it, okay? And I hope you read it, because I think the reason she didn't bring it back was because she had not read it. It's quite thick, but so I'm going to read this one again this month because the movie is coming out. How I feel about books being made into movies is something we'll talk about in detail some other time, but I'm not really for it, but I don't mind going to see the movie. So I've got a date with the person who actually gave me this copy. I've got a date with them to go watch the movie as soon as it comes out. I think 20 something of January. We're gonna go watch the movie. So I promised her I would read it before the movie comes out, just so that, you know, my brain is fresh, because I haven't read it in so many years. And then can I show you? Okay, so I'm gonna show you books I'm busy with currently, right? But I think this is the part where I really need you to not judge me, because yeah, there's so many books that I need to get through. So I'm currently, I got this the other day. I'm currently reading this one. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you can see it. Talking with God. It's just teaching you about how to pray. And okay, so just quickly, I am very much a non-fiction reader. So anything that's a novel, anything that's a story, I will go through it in days. When I was younger, I would go through books in hours, right? So, and I think that's why I find it so difficult to read other types of books, because it's not just a story. You need to take it in and process and think about what you've just read, you know. So it takes me longer to read non-fiction books, but I love fiction. So yeah, so this one I also picked up the other day, because I said I banned myself from buying books, but sometimes I have accidents, okay? So this is just a novel. I am absolutely loving it. Don't you love how it goes with my nails? But yeah, absolutely going to finish this. I think I started this the day before yesterday. I'm already halfway through. I'm gonna finish this in about a day or two. And okay, so this is an example of what I was saying earlier. I've been reading this book for over a year now, and that's how far I've gotten. It's called, no, it's not, it's a little over a year. I started it in about November, December of 2020. It's called The Language of God. It's got a lot of scientific principles. I mean, they speak about a lot of microbiology, but it's really interesting information. It's just really quite technical, if I can put it that way, astrophysics, and hey, there's a lot going on here. So hence I haven't finished it yet, and I'm really determined to finish it. And yeah, those are the ones that I'm currently reading. I feel like I'm leaving something out. I don't know. I try to collect all of them. As I said, like, there's books everywhere in this house. Another one that I bought, and I shouldn't have bought because I've banned myself, but I couldn't resist, is this one by Mandy Haley. I follow her on her Instagram. I think she's absolutely amazing. So this is called You Are Enough. I can't wait to read this. I hope to read it this month still. This I hope to read. I don't know why it has a bookmark already, but yeah, it's actually just put in the first page. And when you're a reader, you don't have enough bookmarks, so sometimes you use all sorts of things, hey. So anyways, this is called Passion into Profit: How to Make Big Money from Who You Are and What You Know. So really looking forward to seeing what this guy has to say. I think I mentioned what Elizabeth Gilbert says about not forcing your talents to make money for you, but this kind of seems like it's saying the opposite, but we'll see how it goes. So I hope to read this one as well. So this I didn't buy, so I'm going to show you books. I'm going to try to show you books that I didn't buy myself. So this I didn't buy myself. This I got from my dad. So my dad is a reader, so like father like daughter. My dad has there's hundreds and hundreds of books at home. So the Language of God, I got it from my dad. This one from my dad, another one from my dad. This was highly recommended by my brother. I hope he doesn't watch this. I'm not through this one yet, so he recommended this one. The thing is, each chapter has a little task for you to do. So I haven't done all the tasks, and I think where I am, there was a task that I needed a spreadsheet for. I remember after reading that chapter, I was like, okay, I need to switch on my laptop, do the spreadsheet, and I never got around to it. So hopefully this year I finish it. That's about half as far as I could go. It's really, it seems interesting, and my brother highly recommended this, so I really want to read it. So it's my brother's book. And this one I also got from home from my dad, and I really just want to read this book because everybody is reading it, although that's the problem about reading things because other people are reading it. We'll see. I don't know if I would have bought this for myself. Another book that I really am crushing on is called Atomic Habits. I really want that book, but I had, the year before last, I read The Power of Habit, which was also amazing, but I think I took that back because that was my dad's one. And then guys, there's a lot of books. And then we've got Making Money Out of Property in South Africa. So I'm still reading this one. However, I highly recommend this book. I'll try see when I'm editing if I can include all the books that I've shown you here, but this is really highly recommended, especially if you don't know much about property and you want to get into property, or you just want to know about property from a South African perspective, because I know there's not a lot of property books from South Africa. I really highly recommend this one. I'm still reading it because my dad let's not say forced me, but that's kind of what happened to read it, and I'm not even halfway through, so we'll see. Hopefully I'll finish it soon, but so far really good stuff. Perhaps I don't want to finish it because I don't want him to quiz me on it. And this is embarrassing because I got this so many years ago, so many years ago, and the only reason it's out here, I probably have 5-10 other books somewhere in the house, some of them in there, that I have not read, and I've had them for years. So I took this one out last year because I was planning to read it last year, and I still haven't read it. So yeah, this one is just, I'm embarrassed about it. I'll try read it this year. I also got this one from home. My brother also recommended this one. God is My CEO. I look forward to reading it. I hope I read it this year. And like I said, this is just for you to hold me accountable. Also very embarrassing. I've had this also for many years. Still haven't read it. Screw it, let's do it. I'm sure it's actually irrelevant at this point, but I'll still read it. I'm still gonna read it. Africa is open for business. I think I got this from home. I don't think I bought it, but yeah. So I'm just putting the ones aside that I'm not even sure where I got them from, but you see, there's just so many books. This is another one that I got from home, and I would like to read because everybody keeps recommending it. Like, it comes highly recommended, but I don't think it will disappoint me. I really do not think it will disappoint me. I think I'm absolutely going to love this one, so I hope to read this one this year. And I've got another real estate one. I think I bought this when I was with my dad. Are you seeing a pattern with my dad and books and property books? So anyways, I was with my dad when I bought this one. We were at a property conference and I got this one. I still haven't read it, not even like a page. I don't even know what it's about. There's actually somebody's business card in here. I don't even remember what that was about, but yeah. And also, lastly, The Principles and Power of Vision by the late Dr. Miles Monroe. I really hope to read. I haven't read any of his books. I've watched so many of his videos, but I haven't read many of his books. But I hope to do so this year. So literally, please just know this is an accountability type situation. If you're watching this video and if you watched it until the very end, keep me accountable. Okay, when you meet with me, say hey. Or when you see me doing all sorts of videos and months go by and I haven't done a book review, just write in the comments, hey Z, you said you'd read the books, how is that going? Okay, so yeah, that's all I had to show you for now. Like I said, there's probably more, but I think that's enough. That's plenty for you to see what I mean by I'm a bit obsessed with books and reading and writing, and I hope to do a lot of reading. The thing is, sometimes you're thinking, when am I gonna get the time? Because between Netflix, YouTube, social media, podcasts, I have not listened to podcasts in a long time, and I love podcasts, and that's why my friend was recommending that I do audiobooks, and I said, well, perhaps from now on I'll start doing that, but I still need to read all of these before I get into the whole audiobook thing, and we'll see how it goes. I feel like I might fall asleep. I feel like it takes something away from you, but I get it when you're like driving or something. I think that would be useful, but like I don't see myself sitting in the house and listening to a book. I feel like I'll just fall asleep. But anyways, that's all for today's video. Do let me know what kind of what kinds of books do you read? Do you prefer audio? Do you prefer physical books? What books would you highly recommend to me or to anyone who might be watching this? Put those comments down below and I'll be sure to try and check those out. Let's discuss some of the comments that I've made. Maybe you've read Start With Why. Let me know what you thought of it. Maybe you've read Big Magic. Let me know what you thought of it. Maybe you've read The Alchemist, and like I said, I'm not a fan, so let me know, are you a fan of The Alchemist? What did I miss in that book? Why do you people like it so much? So yeah. Let me just end it right here, but thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, do take care. Love and light to you all.